gotta record our whole roll in slow motion.
Alright, get it. I'll look at it slow motion.
Let's see here. Here. Well, he's pointing like this.
I had to work like
Alright, look. When you're standing, okay, the standard grips are the same side right hand, you get the same side grip, okay? I'm gonna get the elbow here, and he's gonna get the elbow also. Very important here is posture. The worst thing you can do for yourself is this. Because from here, my posture's already broken. Very difficult for me to step. I keep my head up and I shrug, so I make my head, neck, and shoulders as one unit, so when he pulls me down, okay, it pulls into my legs, not just down my neck. Because here, it's literally, I'm setting him up for what he wants. So you shrug, and you make your neck, head, neck, and shoulders one piece, okay? Next thing what I want to do is I want to keep pushing the shoulder and pulling this arm, okay? And I want to be able to walk him around, shuffling, because I need him to step, okay? And I can see his feet by keeping my head, eyes straight, but I can see it peripherally, and I can just see the way his feet are moving, okay? My objective is just to get him to move so I can begin to set up my angles, because a lot of these types of takedowns, they're based off of circles, for in particular if it's a little bit more on the judo side. And wrestling also, it's kind of it's difficult to penetrate with wrestling when there's a gi, because this right here, I can't shoot on him if he's got this post right here. It's gonna be a horrible shot. So I wanna walk him around. In order for me to get him to step with his left foot, which is his back foot, I'm gonna circle back with my right and I'm gonna pull with my right hand. Okay? In order for me to get him to step with his right foot, I'm gonna step back with my left and pull with my left. Right here, and push with my right. I'm constantly trying to blade him and let him know that he's not gonna take me down. I may not take him down, but I just need to send a message, you're not gonna take me down. And that's when, in competition, they'll pull the shooting guard, okay? And you gotta be ready. Simultaneously, this post is what keeps me from reaching his lead leg. Because the same side arm and same side leg forward. That's a fundamental rule. Because if I'm like this, I'm literally twisted. I might as well just put my head down and just crumble the floor in there, okay? When I have this grip, I find the seam, okay? And I wanna take this slack out, and I'm not using my thumb. I don't need to. A thumb is for gripping, but here, okay? And I constantly keep pulling down on this elbow, because if I begin to walk him properly, I can snatch a leg. But he's not gonna let me bend this arm. So if I wanna snatch a leg, he'll keep me pushed away. There, yeah. Push me away, yeah. And then I have to go back, okay? As I'm walking around. So for the Jacques Machado, hook flip, snatch, basically what I'm gonna do is this. I'm just gonna get him to walk. I'm gonna set him up this way here. I'm gonna pull this way here. I'm gonna walk him this way here. And I dig him down. Now, John didn't know what I was gonna do, so also tell me before he does this, okay? What I wanna do, as I pull him this way here, I get on the outside, and I want to walk this way, this way, this way, so I can sit off my right side and basically walk across his body, because I need to be off to this side, which would be my right, his left. It's not as much, doesn't matter as much which foot is forward, it's more so how much I am able to sit off. So what I do is, this way here, I like to pull him this way here, because I wind up on the outside, and I begin to push him this way. Is I just pull him on my hook. I need to get him onto this hook, and this hook needs to get under his leg, somewhere between his knee, thigh, and groin. If I fall back to my back and just sit with my knees pointed up, it's bad for me. So I want to be almost like here. I want to go and trip him over my left leg as I sit off to my right side. When I sit off to my right, I want to be more on my left hip because I want to turn my hips so I can get up top. My objective is to trip him and get up on top. Sometimes it turns into wrestling. So the way you can set it up is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, yeah. It's okay. Again. Here. 1, 2. Essentially what I'm doing is this. Okay. I sit off to this side here. I want to just trip him over this foot. Just use this as a block as I pull him onto this hook. Now from here, my left hand just keeps that elbow for posting, and my right hand pushes it over my left arm. It's easier to do it a little bit faster. Here, 1, 2. Now on this one, I tuck my leg, because for me personally, it feels that it's easier to sit off to the side with my leg tucked underneath. So what I like to prefer to do is this. Because as long as he's on this hook, I can keep lifting that hook and preventing him from posting with this arm. If this arm is weak, he will literally post out and I don't have much. I'm doing this, where I'm steering him with the right hand over this left post, okay? So, and I lift, push, and I use this hook, ride, and mount. So what you can do is, to start, get yourself comfortable. Same grips. You're here, and I want to be more so aligned with his left leg. So if I'm in the center, I want to shoot him right in the, you know what? That's not what I want. So I want to be here. So as I sat through, hook here, and pull him onto my hook, lift, and go to the mount. But I preferably don't want to go into the guard. So to practice, jump stand right here. I have this grip, and scoot off to the side, because I want to fall in this configuration here, as I pull him up onto that hook. Now, because I stopped, obviously it's going to make it harder, but I keep lifting, pulling, and I push with the right hand over the left. All right. This works very well, especially if you don't go into the back into the guard. So here, right here, and then I step back with the right. It just basically you're tripping him and preventing him from posting out. So if he just stands wider, the motion is, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna stand on that line. You're gonna go off center to his left. As you go 1, 2, 3, 4. The key is to fall off to your side, so that you're kicking him more so to your 10 o'clock. Even if he steps over your bottom leg, you still have that hook. And this arm, what you're doing when you're on the ground, is I'm doing this. I'm using this hand to push him to the left, and this right hand to push him to my left, and the left hand moves his post to my right, and I'm moving him over. Okay? So from here, because if you don't stop the post, it will post. Does that kind of make sense? So you just got to get some reps and get yourself comfortable. Then you'll steer him into it. I wouldn't even start with natural grips and blading him. You can walk him around. Here, move him this way. Here, move him this way here. Start static, start a little bit off. Here you can start too, it's fine. As long as you go 1, and you fall off to your side. And you fall off to your side. So if I were doing this solo, more it's more like a break fall, kicking up or pulling him onto the hook and then pushing him across. So for those of you who want to start this a little bit more at a beginner pace, you're standing, even with this knee down. So if you want to start with that, this is a good way to get the mechanics. So I'm scooting off this way here because I want to fall off this way here. Up and scoot. I need to chop that leg like a scissor sweep, but with a hook so that this leg comes underneath and I can get up top. Here. See, this is too squared up for me. So I'm gonna scoot off, because now I'm moving this way. From here, we pull up and push them over. All right, so let's start with just that, and you get the mechanics, okay? 1, 2, 3. So the top person is gonna be down on the right knee, with the left leg out. And the bottom person is gonna be sitting down with the grips, with the right foot up in the knee, and the left leg just blocking. You're gonna pull them up and push. All right, let's try. 5 in each. 5 in each. So Julian, you'll